What happens when a pandemic strikes and you live in a van? One week we're working, spending time with loved ones, and navigating a bustling beach city during spring break. Within just a few days, life as we know it has changed drastically. Beaches are closing, spring breakers went back home, most businesses are closing, including gyms, and the once crowded streets and beaches are bare. Panic fills the air as people rush to stock up at the stores and prepare to stay holed up in their homes for weeks or even months at a time. But what happens when your home is on 4 wheels and you don't have space to exercise indoors? What happens when everyone else is staying inside at home, but you've designed your lifestyle to revolve around spending most of your time outside of your home? In this episode, we'll show you what our van life has been like post-pandemic. We've been mindful of keeping our distance, working out, washing our hands constantly, and drinking our hot tea to stay healthy. Since the pandemic swept the nation just a few weeks ago, it's affected everyone in some way or another. We each are dealing with it in our own way, adjusting to our new southern lifestyle the best we can. We had been working for 2 weeks and are now both out of work until further notice. So we have more time on our hands to do other things. Since the gyms and beaches are closed, we had to think of a new way to stay physically active during this time. After driving along the coast, we found some beach parking that overlooks the Gulf in Panama City. We had been parking here occasionally as a regular parking spot to walk down to the beach. But now, since the beaches are closed, these parking spaces are nearly empty. So we decided to park parallel to the beach and open our sliding door. This has been working to our advantage and no one seems to mind. We can't go on the beach, but this is the next best thing, with a beautiful view, coastal breeze, a bit of privacy, and a space to work out and let Sadie explore on her leash.
Anything, yeah. We call it New World. It's gonna be so amazing if you stay here. when they ripen. That's the first time I see this in the United States. Yeah.
We
And
got
fig.
fig tree. They're still growing.
Wow, it's so funny. I never seen this in the United States.
We just stopped to rest in the shade and we found these beautiful trees in someone's front yard. Yay.
Look at the sunset. The most beautiful painting right there.
Is it or you think it's food?
I think she thinks it's food.
After a few days in our first spots, we wanted to know if there were other areas like it, or even better, for us to spend our days. So we drove along the coast, but never found beach parking quite like it. During our search, we did find a lakeside park with trees, grassy area, and a dock by the water. In the same park was a twice the ice machine with running water.
The host, what we did is we found this twice the ice. Sometimes the spigots are not working because they shut it down, but this time we got lucky. Valerie's setting up here because we're gonna be shaving the Sadie. Looks like we're gonna trim her nails, brush her teeth, give her a full makeover.
So we spent a few days here to take care of some cleaning while keeping our water tank full.
She's an Eve girl.
Although we enjoyed the endless water and grassy space, there were still too many people walking around. It also didn't feel very safe at night, and there wasn't really a space for Sadie to roam. So, after feeding our curiosity, we happily went back to our original spots. Good morning!
Good morning.
Oh, Sadie got a new accessory.
Yeah, she has some prescription.
Aww. Those are reading glasses now, Sadie? Oh.
This is her watching the view glasses.
Oh, to see the beautiful view better.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks very clean, huh?
Yes. Very clean. Good job.
Oops. Not you. Not you.
Oh.
You turn on. Bring some cool.
Ah, fresh air. Yeah, since the quarantine started, we've been going to the beachside parking during the day and then just going to a Walmart or something at night to park, because we were not sure if we were allowed to park there overnight. But we know that usually it's fine to park in the grocery stores overnight. And then we started going to this spot, and it's like it's also a beachside parking. It's got actual pavement and parking spaces, but it's a little more out of the way. There are not as many buildings nearby. There's not as much traffic, like foot traffic. It's pretty private. People will come and walk over the rope and just walk out right here just to look at the view and then kind of go back. But we've been parking here overnight for the past 2 nights and no one has said anything, so we're just gonna push our luck and try to see if we can make this our permanent spot until something else comes up.
I'm sure it's gonna change, because like we'll try to change it up. We're not gonna take that risk because it's a good spot.
Sometimes we'll have to go to Publix, so we'll like spend the night there and then wake up in the morning and go.
Hey, it's a coffee day.
Coffee day.
Coffee day.
Yesterday was laundry day, so we still have some of our laundry hanging up to dry because 30 minutes is not enough for our clothes to dry all the way. So we usually end up bringing it in the van and hanging things up to dry all the way. It's time to put them away.
The secret to the coffee, I mean my cleaning secret, is if I don't put that, it's gonna be super messy. Sugar, this is for Valerie, because she's super sweet, but it's not enough for her. What do you want to listen?
This is our usual day. We get up, make coffee or tea or breakfast, and then Larry gets on his computer and starts working.
Yeah, I do. We start every day with Nora Jones.
So one of our specialties that we make a lot is almond butter toast. So that's what I'm gonna make this morning for breakfast. Making sure the inverter's on, which it is, so we can plug in our grill. Just gonna grill some bread. How many pieces you want, honey?
2 is good for me.
Okay, and I'll eat 2. So we'll do 4 pieces.
Oh, they smell good. What kind of bread are they?
This is rye bread.
Oh.
Publix has the best bakers in town.
Yeah.
Just gonna grill those little toasty toast. And we will need, usually it's almond butter, but I kind of switch between almond butter and peanut butter. I use hemp seeds on mine. Any opportunity to use hemp seeds,
Yeah.
I will take it.
They also had good texture too.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's super healthy. And we'll need 1 banana and either honey or agave. If you want to make it completely vegan, you can use agave or maple syrup. I mean, I spent my whole life growing up on camera, but that was different. I was a child and I didn't know any better.
Larry, Mr. Larry, was recording you all the time.
My dad was a director in his spare time.
Teresa was the co-director and producer because
Mom
she
is
produced.
the stage manager.
Right, so what's going on there?
Just flipping it, giving a good
Crispy texture?
good crispy texture on both sides. It must be perfect. You put some clothes away. My closet is pretty much full. I really need to work harder on getting rid of some things. But for now, I'm just gonna stuff it as much as possible.
Poor drawer.
One more tiny little shirt to put in. Hopefully it fits. Barely closes.
While we are here, I can show you what I'm working on. This is Miss Valerie doing a charcoal portrait of her on Photoshop. It's original her, And that's more original of her.
I know this is a simple recipe. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's super simple. You don't have to think about it. Just get up and pop some toast in and slap some butter on it and slice up some bananas and sprinkle some hemp seeds or flax seeds or whatever kind of seeds you want to put on. And bam, you have a high protein, healthy breakfast. And it goes great with coffee. And then you lick the knife so it's easier to clean.
Director's cut.
Oh wait, I need that. Just do a little slicey slice. I learned this recipe at the smoothie shop I worked at in Atlanta. I learned how to make a lot of healthy things. I learned a lot about healthy food and their benefits. And I'm really grateful for that. I just got it to make some money on the side and also learn how to make smoothies. But we don't have a blender yet, so once things get back to normal and I can start working again, we can save up money for a good blender, because that is the next thing on my list. I am ready for those healthy smoothies again, because I'm not good at eating my veggies. It's easier for me to just stick them in a blender and put a bunch of fruit with it and drink it. I've learned that chia seeds need to be crushed up or soaked before you eat them. Otherwise it will blow up in your stomach and cause some problems.
Oh no.
And the same thing with flax seeds. Flax seeds need to be crushed up before you eat them. They will cause some intestinal issues and nobody wants that. And you just drizzle a little sticky sweetness on top.
Yay!
Et voila! It is done.
Perfect.
Okay, and Nuri's back to work, just like that. Let's see what the weather is like outside. Well, it looks a little overcast. If the sun comes out all the way, we might go sunbathe. I'll show you how we get the van ready for our outdoor day. Sadie's ready. She's taking a bath in the window. Since there's not many people around, I'll give you a tour of the front yard. Parked right by the road. Got our own little space here. Sadie's liking this. She's stuck, so I need to get her unstuck. I got you, baby. It's okay. It's okay. Alright. All better. Usually everything's great, but every once in a while she'll get stuck and we just have to get her unstuck. And then she's fine. You like your front yard, Sadie? You love exploring. It's so fun. It's a beautiful little pathway down to the beach. Of course, the beach is closed, so all we can do is look at it. Oh, I see someone on the beach. They're breaking the rules. There are a couple people on the beach. Oh, it's so tempting. I miss the beach so much. Little doves, pigeons. You got some people on the beach down there. Well, if they can be on the beach, I guess I can too. So let's go look at the water. It's really beautiful here. Lots of birds, lizards, plants. We got the beach breeze, so can't complain. We have some semblance of privacy here, and no one else seems to mind, so it's good. Sadie loves it. I love being outside. I love looking at the birds. Now that the sun is out and in full swing, I'm gonna take a sun bath. Okay, now that I'm finished doing the dishes, I'm gonna pop over here and work on some editing. Just have to pass the bridge here, my office space. Sometimes we don't feel like taking the bed apart and turning it into a table, so I just work in the bed.
Do you need the headphones, or do you want me to use that?
I can use it. It's time to take a break and feed Sadie and ourselves. Sadie is ready for food. She's always ready for food. Oh my goodness, is it time to eat? Oh, okay. Now that Sadie's taken care of, let's make a salad. We'll need spring mix, parsley, onion, pepper, cucumber, pear, apple, walnuts, and hemp seeds. This is what I'm going to be using to make the dressing. I just kind of eyeball it. Just put some olive oil, some red wine, apple cider vinegar, into some honey, pepper, and some salt. Just kind of mix it together. It's a nice, healthy, fresh dressing with no preservatives. So we're just gonna put that in the fridge to let it marinate. Yeah. And lunch is served.
It's so good.
And there he has melted because the salad is so good. It's pretty good.
Too much.
He's back.
More.
Back for more. Time to get back to work. This one's the butt workout. Butt. We're doing Eamon and Beck's 21-day challenge. They put out a 10-minute workout every day, no equipment. We've been trying to do the challenge, but we're a little behind, so we're trying to catch up by doing 2 a day. So we've been sore every day. It's quite the challenge. But yeah, so we just did booty, and now we're about to do arms and back.
What's up, guys? Welcome to arm day. We'll start with a little bit of shoulder warm-up, so just jogging on the spot, just moving those arms.
We love Eamon and Beck and their videos, and they got creative when they had a quarantine and they started making these videos on the spot. And I know that's really hard to do because you have to study the workouts and then organize them, and they're doing it every single day and making sure that it's 10 minutes. So we really appreciate that, and we really enjoy doing them. You should consider, if you're at home, they're really good to do at home. You don't need equipment. They're only 10 minutes a day just to get up and move move a little bit, get the blood flowing. Check out Eamon and Beck. We love them. They're so fun. They're another van life couple, so you should check them out. Well, it's been a great couple of days hanging out with you. We're about to turn in for the night, watch a TV show, and go to sleep. Bed all ready for TV mode. As soon as Nuri wraps up his things, we're just gonna chill and watch some Westworld. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Brush it up.
Yeah. Is this still recording?
Yes. I'm sorry. I don't mean to beat you. But that fucking dust.
Stop!